Hey Reddit.
What is just a placebo effect but most people don't realize?
They lied to me. For more videos, like and subscribe.
How long it takes a Coinstar to process and count coins and return a receipt. It finishes quickly, so quickly that folks are skeptical of the accuracy. So a fake delay with fake counting noises was built in, giving folks more confidence in the results.
That's amusing and I absolutely believe it.
Frick, it takes so long to do, why can't I just opt out of that?
I'm not sure if it still does this. But at one time Google Docs intercepted the Ctrl+S shortcut and briefly changes the cursor to the thinking cursor hourglass. Beach ball. Whatever your computer does, you don't need to save your Google Docs. They save every tiny change on the server. But people are used to doing it.
If I don't see a saving animation, I'll assume the saving process didn't work.
That's like autosave in games. Though, very often I'll manually save. 2. Just to be sure. In any sort of RPG I always keep 3 saves. In case anything corrupts or is broken.
As an IT person, giving a user a new monitor will make them swear their computer is faster.
Here's the other side of that coin: users who hate change. I recently rolled out new systems for a client. A few days later I asked one of the workers if she liked her new super fast computer. She replied, "Actually, it's slower." She went from a 2nd Gen i3, 2 GB RAM, and 1 TB 5400 RPM to a Ryzen 5, 16 GB RAM, 250 GB NVMe. Sure Karen, sure.
I install commercial audio-video systems. On bigger, more involved jobs like stadiums and arenas. We have AV consultants who don't work for my company but are a big link in the chain. As far as designing and eking the finished system, I don't know how many times I've been up in an 80 feet boom lift and they want the azimuth or down angle of a speaker adjusted by some ridiculously small amount. So you get back up there, bang a couple wrenches on the speaker, and don't actually move shiz. How's that? Oh yeah, that sounds better. Works every goddamn time.
There's actually a story like that when Michelangelo was carving the statue of David. Whoever he was making the statue for stopped by and said the nose was too big. But it only appeared that way because he was looking at it from directly beneath. So Michelangelo went up and pretended to carve it down and dropped some previously carved shavings to save arguing.
When I was in my film major in college, our audio professor told us to have some spare cables on hand to wire up a dummy on the control board. Just a big obvious cord coming out of the controls and wired into nothing. Stuffed behind an Apple box or something. If it sounds perfectly fine to you, he said, just twist or slide something on the dummy channel ever so slightly and play it again.
Beats headphones have weights inside them to make them heavier and give the illusion of quality and sturdiness.
I got called broke for having Bose headphones and not having Beats. A $300 plus pair of Bose headphones.
So, if the headphones are too heavy, I should disassemble them and remove the weights?
The exaggerated sounds of some vacuum cleaners. Microwaves in cars to make them sound powerful. The loading screens on some apps that make it seem like they are doing something complex.
I once spoke to a guy involved in developing the first ATM cash machines. Early trials showed that users thought that the dispensing of cash happened too fast and didn't trust that it had correctly debited their account for the right amount. So they inserted a wait cycle to make it appear that the machine was counting the cash. That wait cycle is still there today in most machines.
As someone who is extremely sensitive to vacuum sounds, this infuriated me.
Airport security. Homeland Security's own inspectors were able to get illegal items through TSA checkpoints 70% of the time. Source.
But they'll be damned if you think you're gonna get away with taking that water bottle or travel-sized bottle of lube on the plane. Sir.
One time in the middle of a flight during one of my dad's trips to Europe, knife fell out of his pocket, and he realized that it got through TSA and a few countries' security and customs.
That minty fresh, zesty clean feeling you get from toothpaste. It started as a marketing strategy and caught on. And now almost all toothpaste is mint because we associate the minty freshness with cleanliness.
Also, the whole foaming thing doesn't do anything.
Actually, it was to help mask the taste of the stannous fluoride.
The airplane that mommy feeds you. I don't think it's really an airplane.
Lies.
Your blanket covering your legs, yourself from a serial killer at night.
Well, it's worked so far. So joke's on you, buddy.
Well, everybody knows blankets only protect against zombies.
When my cat wants fresh food, but he still has some in his bowl, I pretend to put more in there. He usually falls for it.
Does the bowl have high sides? Eating out of bowls instead of flat plates can sometimes cause issues with their whiskers touching the side and being overstimulated, since they're quite sensitive.
Awards on Reddit.
I still don't know what awards do. I always figured it was fake internet clout you pay for.
Dislikes on YT comments.
I never understood that. The numbers don't even go down.
They don't change the score but do give them less visibility. Or so I heard.